So just thinking about, so you just mentioned the people's platform. So what are the areas we've narrowed down just for everyone? Because basically there was a public process for people to participate in, and we kind of narrowed it down to several certain sections to focus on, at least initially, in getting this done. So what are the sections we're just kind of looking at, and then how are we envisioning, this process from the drafting going forward?
I can say what the different planks are because I have my little chart right here that I can refer to.
I love it.
Racial justice, climate justice, income and wealth inequality, a living wage, getting big money out of politics, healthcare for all, electoral reform, and free college and student debt relief.
Nice. Okay. So basically, right, we have volunteers like myself who've come on board to help draft, the different sections of the plank, the issue statements. What process, like, what are we doing? Are we working with trying to reach out to other groups? Is there anyone else who's come on board to kind of help with any of those areas? Just kind of just give me a little bit, just walk me through kind of like what we're hoping for. Okay, we get these issue statements, we get these planks done, and we're gonna try and ratify them. Like, what are we hoping for people to basically present them that day? Do people vote on them? Are we gonna have some other presentation process before we actually get to Philly? Like, what are we looking like at with the planks, and how we're with the planks and how we're making the decision making.
Do you want me to take this, Shana, or do you want to do this?
If you think I should, then it's fine.
No, I'm happy to take this one, and jump in if where you need. So yeah, the idea here is that in one day, it's not really going to be. It's not realistic to think that a group of a variety of people can come together.
Mm-hmm.
A group of people can come together to be able to put together a real document that is thoughtful and meaningful and has actual impact. What we're doing is we are the process that we have is we've reached out to a number of different organizers and organizations to be able to create the initial platform plank statement. And so that's the first part. So a good example of what we've got going on is with the money out of politics platform plank. And for there we have a very diverse group of we have people from Represent Us, Move to Amend,
Nice.
Democracy Spring, 9 Rise. So it's a number of different groups and organizations, and actually also Fair Vote, which is a great organization dealing with electoral reform. And those groups are all, representatives of those groups are all taking part in this platform process. So they're providing their input. And there's one individual, Elizabeth Lindquist, who is kind of like basically taking all this input and will be producing a platform plank. That draft is going to be put out to is going to be presented to anybody and everybody to take a look at. Comments will be added, amendments will be proposed, and the people who are involved in the process can respond to that, take that input, and do what they will with it.
Okay.
Then after that time of kind of feedback and revision, we will hopefully what we imagine to have is that we will then have our final platform statement. And that will then be presented to be voted on by the public. So everyone will have the opportunity, everybody who's interested will have a period of time to be able to take a look at at a range of platform planks, because we're trying to be both coherent and impactful, and yet at the same time inclusive. And so what we're doing is we're very intentionally trying to put together an organization of this of the writing of these planks, but also keep it open to be able to provide an opportunity for the public to be able to weigh in a democratic way. So at the once we have the cutoff date, which is, I believe right now we have July 30th. At that point, we will have an open period of voting where people will be able to vote on the different platform planks, and the one that gets the most votes will be the one that ends up on the people's platform, and that will happen in advance. That will happen in advance of the convention itself, so that people will have an opportunity to know what it is that they are coming to ratify. And I just want to point out that this is still it's still in the proposal stage. Mm-hmm. We're still developing the specifics of how this is going to end up going, but for the most part, that's what we've got set up right now. So
sounds good.
Shana can weigh in if there's something that I missed or that I left out. Shana.
No, that was pretty comprehensive. I second that.